mynews.studio.
China's clean energy sector is now so large, its economic impact is on par with the entire economies of Brazil or Canada. How did this happen, and what are the broader implications?
Today is February 6th, 2026. Let's start with the headline. In 2025, China's clean energy sector generated over 15 trillion yuan, or roughly $2.1 trillion. That's 11.4% of China's total GDP. Without this growth, China's economy would have missed its 5% target and landed closer to 3.5%. Is it fair to say clean energy is now the backbone of China's recent economic expansion?
Yes, that's accurate. Clean energy accounted for more than a third of China's GDP growth last year. The pace is remarkable. The sector doubled in value since 2022. As a standalone economy, it would rank 8th globally, just behind Brazil and Canada. But what's driving this expansion? Electric vehicles and batteries make up 44% of the sector's economic impact. Solar power adds another 19%.
That's a huge share. But with this rapid growth, how has the rest of the world been affected, especially regarding supply chains and prices for things like solar panels and batteries?
China's strength in clean energy manufacturing has essentially redrawn global supply chains. In 2025, for instance, battery exports rose by 51% compared to the previous year. Solar exports also broke records, up 19% year-on-year. Yet the nominal value of solar exports actually dropped by 8%. The reason? Prices fell. China shifted toward exporting more upstream components instead of just finished panels, leading to lower prices worldwide.
So, globally, clean energy tech gets cheaper, but there's a flip side. Lower prices help adoption everywhere, but they also stir up tensions. Are we seeing countries try to counter this by building their own supply chains?
Exactly. The price decreases have made solar and batteries more accessible globally, but they've also triggered trade tensions. Many countries are now investing in domestic manufacturing to cut their dependence on China. This represents a major shift in industrial policy worldwide.
Let's talk numbers. In 2025, China added 315 gigawatts of solar and 119 gigawatts of wind. That's more solar than the rest of the world combined, and twice as much wind. For the first time, wind and solar capacity in China surpassed coal. So what portion of China's power now comes from clean sources?
Currently, clean energy makes up 42% of China's power generation, up from 39% in 2024. That's a notable jump in just 1 year, and it marks a turning point. Clean energy is now overtaking coal in China's electricity mix.
How did China manage to scale up so quickly? What were the key policies or reforms that enabled this? And is it possible for other countries to follow suit?
The foundation lies in state-directed investment and long-term planning. In 2025, China poured over $1 trillion into clean energy, 4 times what it invested in fossil fuels. Integrated supply chains, grid upgrades, and clear sector targets all contributed. But replicating this is hard. Most democracies can't mobilize capital and plan at this scale without market limitations.
Is there a risk that this growth model can't last? Issues like overcapacity, export dependency, and rising trade tensions seem pretty serious.
Those risks are real. Overcapacity has already surfaced as a concern. Heavy reliance on exports makes China sensitive to global market changes and geopolitical challenges. Still, clean energy is now central to China's economic model, so incentives to keep it going are strong. What we're likely to see is slower growth, more consolidation among firms, and sharp price competition. For the long term, sustainability will depend on moving beyond just building capacity to improving efficiency, grid stability, and profitability.
So this isn't just about China. The clean energy boom is reshaping global markets, influencing climate policy, and setting new examples from big economies. The speed and scale are extraordinary. Can other countries draw lessons here, even if they can't copy China's model directly?
That's the real question. China's experience offers practical lessons and some hope, but it also shows how challenging it is to scale green technology across different political and economic systems. the world is paying close attention to what comes next.
China's clean energy surge is rewriting the rules for global economics, trade, and climate action. As the world's largest emitter and second biggest economy, its decisions matter to everyone.
Thanks for being with us as we broke down the numbers behind China's clean energy transformation and its impact worldwide.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. You can try it for free.